Hey everyone, Ava here, bringing a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the data download that happened on JP and on Global, primarily on Global, discussing the LR Yellow Coin Ultimate Gohan. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And of course, I wasn't able to do the preview last night because I was out of town. I was actually out and about in the wilderness. It was actually good to, escape from civilization and just enjoy nature. But let's kind of get back into this, right? We were waiting on what the part 2 LR was going to be for Golden Week, and I didn't want to say it. I was like, okay, Kid Buu, Kid Buu, Kid Buu. But yes, there was a big chance that we're going to get Ultimate Gohan, and I did a post discussing, 5 years. I did an April Fool's video. Go ahead and check that out. And they finally did Ultimate Gohan as an LR. Technically, they already had an LR Ultimate Gohan. That's the Not Beast Gohan. But from the Buu Saga, we finally get that unit. And once again, disappointment for Kid Buu fans out there. An LR Kid Buu has not arrived. It's kind of ridiculous, but we'll see what happens. We're hoping for the Super EZA for physical Kid Buu, and as long as that happens and he's usable, then I think people would be fine with that. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into what we're going to be actually getting here. Actually, starting with the schedule. So let's go ahead and look at the schedule here. We're looking here at Global. As you can see, Global is also now going to catch up on World Tournament, getting closer to that sync, to that merge. I'm kind of tired of World Tournament, but we are going to just all catch up here. I believe this is the final one to catch up to JP. Unfortunately, this unit here I was very excited about. He is still usable, right? The high school Gohan here. But when he EZA'd, it really didn't end up being a unit that you're like, oh, I'm so happy about. Why is this not showing the EZA here? What's going on? What's going on here? Anyway, for some reason, it's not showing the EZA, which is fine. We'll dive into the EZA another time, but it's not as good as we wanted it to be. We do have this Mr. Buu here. He actually can be fairly useful. But again, I don't know why it's not showing here. But again, we'll touch base with it in the future. Let's talk about this because you guys haven't seen my initial reaction to this unit here. To me, again, I'm fine with the overall unit. It's not at all a big surprise getting an Ultimate Gohan. I'm just kind of sad that it's not like an exchange or something of that nature where it's just Ultimate Gohan, being that, now Not Beast Gohan is even more irrelevant. And if they Super EZA the AGL, Old School Dokkan Fest Ultimate Gohan, you really, I think it's not as good as if this was a different name. But anyway, we finally do have Ultimate Gohan here. He looks great. All the info that we have here looks great. The SSR, I'm hoping we're gonna get the Buhan version of the other SSR portion of this, right? Where I'm sorry, not Buhan, Super Buu. Super Buu is standing, next to or beside him, right? That would be really cool, but I don't think we're going to get that anytime soon since we already have a Super Buu, the AGL one as well. What's his stance look like? I'm going off on a tangent here. Sorry, guys. So, what's his SSR stance looks like for the Super Buu? Here he is right here. I don't think he's... Yeah, no. It's the goofy looking SS... Yeah, this would have been smart if they would have did Super Buu and would have corresponded the SSR with this right here, because this looks great, right? This, oops, where we go? Let me close that out. This does not. Simply put, if they would have done this, I guess they would have provided a clue on in the future where we'll get another Ultimate Gohan but look at that. Come on. You know me in card art. I want to make sure card art's looking really good. And I tell you what, that SSR, this SSR looks absolute fire. So anyway, here's the LR here. It's one of these double category key plus 450%. I'm hoping that we are toward the end of this. We've been getting a ton of these. I might have to dive into a deep analysis to figure out, you know, how many more of these are we actually going to get. Hopefully not much more. Yellow coin LRs, the leader skill has been generally irrelevant. I'm hoping in the future they move this to like 180% or something that could be somewhat relevant on the leader skill, or like you know, like 150% or 160% to you know, type advantages, right? So you can use these for leaders for possibly battlefield and things of that nature. That could be something I would like to you know, see more of. But anyway, super attack here. This is a unit super attack. This has already been said. There's zero reason why Piccolo should be on this card, since the unit super attack is generally, if you're wanting to use the unit super attack, it's Goten, it's Trunks, or Gotenks, but no Piccolo. Very odd choice that you have him there, but you just have zero use for him. So very, very unusual. So the biggest difference here is the 18 key super attack stacks SA multiplier, and then this one here, the 12 key stacks SA multiplier, but kind of mini stacks it, right, for 3 turns. So of course you want to do the ultra super. It's going to be pretty easy to do so, but then you can get a little mini stack here. But you also, if you can do the ultra super attack, it's a greatly raised attack. So, and that stacks upon the, you know, versus the 30%. Oh, actually, is this 30% or? Yeah, it's a 30% boost, and this is a 50% boost. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in really quickly. Most of you guys have already seen what this unit's all about, but the passive here, it's pretty solid. I was hoping for a little bit more support. This does give partial support to Majin Buu Saga characters. I mentioned this when the LR Ginyu Force came out. I was like, I'm hoping Yellow Coin LRs become more support oriented. But in a sense, there's some level of support here, but this unit's going to hit pretty hard. This has an entrance animation, key plus 6 for the rest of the battle. So right off the bat, your key is going to be really, really solid to hit the 18 key super attack fairly easily. And then all allies have 58% for defense for first 2 turns from the character's entry turn. When there's another 2 or more Majin Buu Saga category allies upon the character's entry. You are going to be limited to Majin Buu Saga, unfortunately, for this unit. You can use them on other teams if he links fairly well, like Beast Gohan, things of that nature. But generally, this is going to be more inclusive for and beneficial for Majin Buu Saga characters. So, on top of the nice boost for the first 2 turns, that's going to be good for certain units to start building up, things of that nature, right? You're going to get key plus 3, 180%, and a guard, all attacks. We love to see that. So that's right off the bat there. You're going to have the ability to do orb changing if there is a Majin Buu Saga character attacking the same turn to AGL key spheres. Then you have 58% to attack and defense when there's 12 key or more. Then you have an additional, so you can get this at 12, and you're going to get 8 when the 18 key is more, another 58%. So that's a lot of boost on top of 180. You get your 58 with 58. And launches additional attack, has a great chance to come with super attack. That's very, very strong. And then here's the little benefit here. The defense, 20% for Majin Buu Saga category allies, self-excluded, plus an additional attack, 58% when activating the active skill or when key is 24. So if your key is at 24, you're going to provide 20% defense to all Majin Buu Saga category allies, which is very nice. Very, very nice there. So it doesn't say like on the turn. I think it's just there, period, for the entire team that are Majin Buu Saga category allies, right? So solid. Wish it was a little bit higher. They could have just put this at 58% as well, right? Because there are maybe sometimes you're not going to get key 24. So that would have been nice to see, but maybe that's a little bit too much. Launches additional 2 attacks, with has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when facing one enemy whose 58% HP is 50% or more at the start of the turn. So this is, hopefully this will always show up here. Because when you're fighting a boss, it's going to be one enemy. His HP is, of course, 50% or more. So in the beginning, you are going to stack and stack, hopefully, the opportunity to do additional attacks with that medium chance of becoming super attack. But then you also have this great chance of becoming a super attack here. Hidden potential, probably more on crit and some dodge mechanics, just in case, your ability to guard, and then all this stat boost here. The stat boost here is pretty strong, so I think you're going to be fine. On top of that, if you are in a situation where you're like, okay, I need to tank something, well, you can always do the active skill here. It's the Burst Rush, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, key plus 24, which of course maxes everything out, and then an additional defense 58% for one turn. And then you're able to do this, can be activated when facing one enemy who's 58% or less. All right, so you wouldn't be able to basically get this. And then, or when there's a Majin Saga category ally attack the same turn after the 6th turn. So reasonable. Here's where it's really beneficial for. Go back. Sorry about that. And of course, shout outs to Dokkan Info for their amazing website. Link skills, right? So, Cold Judgment, 25%, All in the Family, 20%. You have these two up, you have a lot more defense. And guess who recently EZA'd that you're going to get this on? Yes, that's right, EZA Ultimate Gohan. Technically not Ultimate Gohan, Mystic Gohan. It's going to be Gohan, and then he goes into Ultimate Gohan, right? So, anyway, yeah, fantastic opportunity for a defensive 1-2 punch in any kind of Majin Buu Saga, Hybrid Saiyans, etc. All these right here. So if I think, let me look really quickly on Ultimate Gohan, Tech Ultimate Gohan, EZA. Where is he? I'm gonna have to go here. Go to. Actually, I just go to recent cards, right? I'm a human. I am. Trust me, I'm a human. Gohan. Oops. I guess I could just go to the main site, right? Just go to Dokkan Info. And he should be up on here, but here we go. So I think he's on all these categories here, right? The same categories. Anything that's different? Kamehameha. Kamehameha is the only one that's different. That sucks that he's on a Kamehameha. Because when that 200% lead comes out, be great to have him on here. But I'm guessing you'll have another one that can run on that same team. But yeah, Kamehameha is the only one that's technically not on here, right? It's that Power of Wishes. Power of Wishes is on here. Yeah, this 1-2 punch is going to be just incredible. Anytime you can run these two units, first and second, yeah, going to be very strong. So, anyway, what else was available on the new card schedule? We have these EZAs here. Not as OP as this guy should basically dodge everything or tank everything. So he's kind of a utility unit here. This is very interesting. These two units here, I'm not going to go over the details. They are set up so that you have to kind of use both of them basically in the same rotation. Right, because you're going to be able to get 80% damage mitigation when you're running with, I guess, another. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, another Goten, right? So right here, this 80% damage mitigation. So you really only can run them kind of together, and you're in a tough situation if you're. If their main rotation is off rotation and you don't have a Goten or a Trunks, because reducing damage by 50% is a big difference from the additional 30% for 80% there. So something to just really play around with. It is this going to be a usable rotation in endgame? I would say so. It seems like it's going to do a lot of damage, even though it's supreme damage multiplier. Should be very, very fun to run on these certain teams here that we'll mess around with. On it. So but besides that, you got the Easy Ace for here. You have the new World Tournament that's going to be starting on the 23rd, basically toward the end of the celebration. We're still hoping for some Super Easy A's, right? Maybe we'll get that Kid Buu, but it's going to be the Super Easy A to the physical Kid Buu, right? So, and that'll at least make the Kid Buu fans out there a little bit less pissed off that there's still no LR Kid Buu. It's one of these memes now you can probably run when it comes to Dokkan, not getting that. Now remember, that was my second April Fool's video, was Kid Buu, right? Ultimate Gohan was actually my first one, so we'll see if it follows the suit of my April Fool's jokes that I've created years and years and years in a row here. But I'm just rambling on here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here, but good luck on you guys' summons when all this stuff comes out. It is going to be a yellow coin LR, so remember there's a pity system involved. You should spend closer to like 700 Dragon Stones to get the unit, at least one copy with the pity system. So hopefully that happens. But with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you when we're summoning on all this. Later.